So here I am, I'm just finishing up the planning stage of this inside of Photoshop. Here I've put in the navigation bar. Again, this is going to be text on the web page, so whenever I go to cut this and get it ready for Dreamweaver, I need to turn the text off, or it's going to be a disaster. The text is there because after I'm all finished with this, this is going to the client for approval. A lot of times from email, because I don't always see my clients face to face. There's a lot of clients I have never actually met. So I would go, maybe I'll put some text up here. Something like, oops, make sure this is, I'll just set to smooth. I'll wait for the web address. Of course, that's not a real web address, I'm just making stuff up. And I'll take down that opacity. What we want is dominance. We want the first thing the people to see is this graphic right here. Probably focus on this, come down, they'll note the navigation, they might see this, and then they'll start reading the text. This is going to go farther down and have 4 different images when I'm finished, and this will probably have, I need to come up with a little bit of a text or a little bit of an image or something. Let me get my paintbrush again. I've got my little leaf. And I want to pick back up this reddish color. Make a new layer. I always work on new layers. That way if you screw up, it's not a big deal. And also, say I don't like this. Maybe it looks good, maybe it doesn't. I'll turn the little eye off and on. Then I can see what it looks like or doesn't look like and make a decision about that accordingly. So I'm going to go back to Dragonfly. A large part of how I lay things out and what I rely on is text. And we might do something like feed your soul. And I'll just put it up here just so that it becomes kind of part of the graphics and stuff. And we don't want it to be too standoutish. My good friend David Hernandez is a much simpler designer. I tend to layer things one right after another. I'll try to remember to put a link to his site. His stuff tends to be very, very simple, very clean, very elegant and beautiful. So there's 2 different approaches between him and I, but I really love his work. I like really clean, simple work. Not simple in the fact that it's easy to do, but simple in the fact that it looks very clean, very well put together. Everything's well thought out. All the spacing's perfect. It's definitely not easy to do. It's much easier to layer things like I'm doing and come out with something that looks right. Even if you're amateur, if you keep laying things in on top of each other and working with the color palette, you'll probably come up with something that looks fairly decent for the web. At least that's my theory. Web design, it isn't quite like art or anything else that I've ever done. It's very challenging. It takes a lot of thought. And, you know, I don't know. It's not about creativity. It really is just sticking in there and really analyzing what works and what doesn't. So I would also put in the copyright statement. Okay guys, what did I forget on this page that's vital? That I would grouse at you if you forgot. I don't have a phone number up here yet, and I don't have a location. Part of that's because I just made this up on the fly. But we definitely want to go ahead and put in and I'm just going to make up something real quick. And I don't know that I want it there. I think I want it in here somewhere. I'll have to decide how best to present that. We want this to be bold, and we probably want it bigger. And again, I'll do the stroke or outline. And guys, there's a lot of free programs. If I forget to post something or post a link to something, just email me and remind me to post a link to all of the free design programs. There's paint.net, and there's lots of things you can use besides just this. Yeah, I think I'll just take and duplicate this layer. I'm going to pull it up here and put in Ponca, Arkansas Hiking Association. And again, I'm making this all up on the fly, so please don't call this number and demand the Ponca, Arkansas Hiking Association. Okay, with that there, then I need to adjust the main title, don't I? So that's what I mean, you know, if you tried to just make the perfect banner ahead of time and you're not looking at anything else and you're just trying to do it on the fly, you miss things, and you don't want to miss things. I still think I need something kind of underneath here, either like a tagline or something, but I'm always adding things. I'd probably maybe add something underneath here, maybe add something here, maybe something swooshy thing going on through here, who knows. My pages tend to be pretty busy. It's my bad. So I now have the URL so they know where they're at, a home search, we have the address, phone number, this could be a regular address. We have our darks and our lights. The eye goes through here pretty well. And down in here to our text. And I would lay out like what my heading 1 looks like, what my heading 2 looks like, and what my text is going to look like right here. I'd go ahead and put in my copyright statement, go ahead and put in all my images. But for the sake of my sanity and time, I'm going to call this done for now. So if you have any questions, let me know. Please remind me to post links to everything. And good luck on week 4. I'll try to put together a video about how to take it from this point into code, but I don't want you to go too fast just yet. So let's just get to this point and have a happy week number 4.